welcome back, Firewood Addicts, to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. Today, let's check out some firewood. Alright, so I got a new mic, or transmitter, whatever you want to call it. You see the fuzzy right here below my goatee. I hope that the wind will be better for us today. Happy Monday, by the way. Should be making for last few days of the year for us. So this is the wood. A lot of people saw this wood, and I got a lot of views, a lot of comments on that video, and I appreciate it. I'm not going to harp on this wood too much or anymore. I've already done that already, and I'm done being overly pissed about it. It is what it is. Lesson learned. Let's move on. But what I want to check out is what the wood is and what it is not. Okay, so, but first off, let's bring out. Can anyone who's an axe expert that is a fan of fiberglass handles, is this a Fiskars or however you pronounce it? It's been quite hammered, and there's no markings on it that I see. It has the little end piece on it, which I think it's famous for. Non-wood handle fiberglass, definitely beat up. It has an orange little grommet thing at the end there, so I think that would be indicative of Fiskars. But I don't see any markings on it. I mean, not that it matters to me. It is what it is. But I think Old Red is in the garage somewhere, and this Fiskars is gonna work fine. I may need to sharpen her up a little bit. I think I've hit the ground, the rocks a few times. But yeah, let me know if you can confirm that this is one of those fancy XP whatever Fiskar ones. I got this used a year ago, so back for like $10. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Oh, then before we start to chopping, the few channels out there that are now figuring out that selling kindling in bundles and bundles of firewood is now a thing to do. Well, welcome to the club. Welcome to firewood selling. Not everyone has to only sell cords or a Rick or Row rank. Good job. Anyway, this is my measuring stick right here. This is one of the units or measurement tools that I use when I'm measuring my hardwood maple for my sauna guy, because his so small stove, as I mentioned before on the channel, can only fit 16-inch maximum lengths sticks. So I have the stick here, and it's marked with a Sharpie right here. Can you see it? So from here to this end here is 16 inches. All right. So let's put you on a tripod and let's check out some of these pieces. All right. So let's check this out. So this piece here looks a little short, right? So put the end on here and on here, and it's a good 3 inches shy from 16 inches. So this is a piece that, so these small pieces, so I'm thinking how I'm going to do this. These pieces here that are shorties, not necessarily cookies, but shorties, I'm going to throw in a pile, and I'll sell them in a cage, loosely tossed, for like 110 when they are ready to sell, when they're dry season, good to go, rock and roll. Because I don't want to have too much inconsistencies, like from this piece to this piece. For example, there's the end matching. That's quite a big difference in height and length to fit in a bundle or a bag of firewood. It doesn't look good. And again, quality control from here on out, it's going to be me doing the cutting, splitting. So this piece here is going to go into the pile of shorties. Let's check out this piece I just had in my hand, and here's a stick, and on here, and that's about 1 inch shy, more or less, from that mark. So this is going to be 15 inches. Now I'm going to call this good to go and put it in the bundle firewood category. Now I have 0 wood for my racks, so my racks are sold out, but I do sell, like I mentioned before, I think on the channel, I sell more bundles or bags of wood. Wink. Coming up soon. I'll introduce the bags soon. They're coming. I sell more bundles of firewood than I do racks. So I'm going to actually split this up real quick and make it smaller so it's ready to go bundle size, okay? So let's do this. Go over here real quick. And so because this wood is not really knotty, at least this here is not knotty, and it's been split before, I don't need to do a big whopping over the head chop, in my opinion. So yes, so nice small pieces. I should probably check this. Should I check this real quick? Let's check the moisture content real quick. I'm a fan of these Harbor Freight moisture meters. They're like $8, $10, and they're cheaper. But they have these little mini, like those mini those hearing aid type batteries inside of it. So, and those batteries run out. And I've noticed that when the battery's low, when it's on and you stick it in, it will turn off because the battery's low enough. It won't have enough juice to register. At least that's my opinion of it. So when I got this load, I measured the outside. I didn't split any on the inside. So this inside piece here, get the tree on it, book it in, and that's 54, 49. Not season, not right. You're not gonna burn this right now. Yeah, that's over limit. OL 60%, 59. Yeah. Anyway, I'm a fan of these. I have several of them. They're just almost like disposable, but it's nice have them cheap enough where you can buy multiple of them, have them in your truck, have them in your trailer box, in your toolbox, in your pocket. If you lose them, not that big of a deal. All right, so that's a pile of longer ones. What's this one right here? What's this piece here? End to end, that's a good 15 as well. Let's make this one a little smaller. And how this guy chainsaw cut these things, definitely not straight pieces. So end to end, that's on 16. That's perfect. Don't you see that or not? That's on 16, almost perfect. That's awesome. So that's like one of 3 pieces that I have seen in this pile thus far that has been at 16 almost exactly. So I think I'm going to be splitting this up, smaller piece having to go through the entire pile piece by piece using the stick and measuring, seeing where it's at, and throwing them in a pile. Either it's going to go in the shorty pile or going to go in the long pile, and they'll be separated and stacked into certain piles to be sold later on, which is, it is what it is. It is time consuming. It's more touching of the wood. Granted, it doesn't really matter if I'm touching the wood because it's my firewood, and I can touch the firewood as long as, well, I can touch the firewood as many times as I want to, because I'm in my wood yard. At least it's a little workout, but I'm not going over my head with the axe because I don't really need to. But that's at 15 and a half. We'll call that one good. What's this one here? End to end, 16, almost exactly. Awesome. So we're getting into some better wood here. This piece here, let's check this one out. This is going to be at, what is that? 12? Like, that's 3 inches shy. 3 minus 16, 13. Just over a foot. So chop this up smaller, okay. Toss this in the shorties over here. So all this wood can be sold or burned. It's a matter of like what category it's going to go in. This one here, and the 15, that's good to go. Ah! Don't do that. Over here, chop, nothing, that's good enough. This one here, let's see this, how long this bad boy is. 2 inches shy, 14. So I was debating how much under 16 is okay and quality enough. And I think that's based on the seller, maybe even the buyer too. I think it's nice when you're selling bundles and claiming that it's quality wood, and have the wood remain consistent. if you're bucking up your own firewood and using one of the measuring sticks, however you measure, that they more or less are within half an inch of 16, maybe an inch, maybe a little longer, maybe a little shorter, but not like you're putting in 12-inch long pieces with 17-inch pieces. It just looks, the non-uniformity just looks bad in my opinion. So I was battling in my mind how low from 16 can we go and call that okay, to call that quality. And so I was thinking 15, that's going to be okay. That's going to just be my max threshold of under 16. 14 is going to be where it's too short, at least for me, for this wood, okay? Because it just looks bad when it's in a bag, in a bundle, having everything be different sizes. So I'm cutting these shorties short like this because this piece does not want to stand up, so it dries faster. So let's test one of these pieces now. So to see like how dry this wood was, because I measured, like I said, from the outside. I didn't split any up, and that again over the limit. Go to 0, over the limit. So that's like 50 plus. That's just not dry, okay? Not dry, folks. Super frustrating. This piece here, that's shorty. That's a shorty. This one here, almost perfect at 16. It's just amazing the length difference. Oh, that's not cool. It didn't split very good. Stay up. Check out this piece. Yeah, that's a 14. And then one more shorty. When you're hand splitting like this, having to resplit. Now I could bring up the Champion, or even the Timber Champ, and resplit this stuff. I could, but I think it's nice sometimes just to bring out the axe and swing at it when that's almost perfect. But especially if it's not too knotty. But how do you resplit by hand? Do you do like a full on swing, or do you just do a little clank like that? I'm curious. It seems to me like it's not needed to go over the head, and I'm being careful not to hit my shins, right? See this piece here? Yeah, that's under 13-ish. Shorty piece. So it's not that big of a deal. We will get over this. And like you saw last episode, I got that maple in, so I'm not sure what we'll be doing. I may go down south and get, that didn't split with crap. I may go down south and get some dry firewood from Mr. Daniel Atkins soon, because I'm that desperate, even though he's like 2 hours away from me. I may go down there and help him for an afternoon type thing. We'll see that out, because I really am very, very low on my bundlewood firewood. It's quite scary. And this wood's, again, I don't want to complain or harp on this too much, but this wood is dirty. I just picked this up and was in the pile, not on the tarp, and it's dirty. Like, I don't understand, folks. That's at 15. I'm okay with that. Okay, that's at 15-ish. A little smaller, a little better, because smaller is good. So we will definitely, this will all be sold either in 2 categories. Worst case scenario, I paid for wood that it will burn in my wood stove. Now, okay, this is a resplit, but there's a knot in it. So now we have to go over the head. That was not a good hit. I don't claim to be a professional axe chopper. It is an art. This piece does not want to get smaller. All right, this is gonna have to be resplit with the champion, and that's fine. Let's check this one out. Yeah, that's the shorty. We'll leave it as is. This one here, that's at 16. We'll leave it as is. This one here definitely is what it is. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. This is definitely a shorty, but this is a big one. You're not going to put this in your wood stove. I mean, you could for like an overnighter. You could if you had a boiler. We don't have those here. Shorty, shorty. Check out this piece here. Yeah, 2 inches short. 14. Shorty. I think it was, I forget his name, Farm Scrap. He had an episode recently that he talked about his Fiskars picaroon, and the tip broke off, and he's gonna buy another one, and there was the hassle to get it within the warranty, a new one, but he was gonna fix the tip of his picaroon, but he likes it because it was so light. And I do agree the handle on these things makes it so it's very lightweight to swing around. So that's not a factor when you're working outside. This piece here looks like it's going to be working out. That's fine. This is like 50. This one here is a half an inch shy. Not too bad. Toss it in the bundle pile. Good to go, rock and roll. Let's see how long this stuff takes. I'm almost tempted to put a few pieces by my wood stove after this and see if I can go from 50% over the limit on the meter to at 20 sometime in the near future. I'm not sure that's possible, but it's kind of like not cheating per se. This is going to be champion wood too. That's a knot in it. Yeah, it's 14. I don't know. Let me know if your process of resplitting is similar or different than what I'm doing here. I'm trying to figure out how to make this more efficient, but literally every piece is so different and it varies so much that this piece is rotted. Buying rotted wood. That's my favorite. It's awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah, every piece is so different and it varies that I literally have to check every single piece. This piece rotted too? Yeah, it's punky. I saw at least one rotted punky piece when I was unloading the truck and realized there was going to be multiple. Another shorty piece. This has a knot right there on top. Turn it around. This is going to be a little punk to split real quick. There we go. It's not too bad. I guess one of the favorite things for me, at least when I'm splitting, is when I hear that pop. Hear that pop when I'm hitting it with an axe. You know what? You know who uses an axe. Know what I'm talking about. That's a great sound. Like this. Look at this thing. Look at this right here. It's good, like 4 or 5 inches shy. like 10-inch piece. Now this is what I would call a cookie. What would you call this length here? Yeah, shy. Yeah, even this one here, this is gonna be a champion piece. I'd leave it in here for now, it will dry. 2 inches, yeah, that's gonna. Ah, hit the handle. This is what you don't want to do. Hit the handle. The champion piece. I need to get where my feet are gonna be out of the way. This punky too. Ah, don't want to sell punky wood. Karma will get this guy. Karma will be able to get the guy who sold me this wood. Karma will have its way. I'm not concerned. Let's move on. It's in the punky piece, I think. Anyway, you get the idea. So anyway, you get the idea of what I'm doing here. Not too bad of a pile. I'll get through it. It's not hurting anything. It's just on the way, and it'll definitely take a while to dry. I still wanted my driveway for too long, so I'm not sure what to do first, the maple logs or this stuff here. But this is already split, so I can get it drying maybe sooner than later. Prior to the maple won't be ready for this winter, for sure, because that's fresh. This stuff here is fresh too, but it's already split. Having to resplit it, having to organize it, having to separate it, and the pile or stack it in separate areas because based on their length. So definitely a chore, definitely time consuming, but you let me know if my process could be better, faster, more efficient, or let me know what you do in your wood yard. Do you, when you're resplitting or having to sort wood, are you using a splitter, using axe, using some other device to split it? Yeah, I would love your thoughts down in the comments. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. That's it for this episode. And remember, life's too short to be a prick, so be kind to one another. Rock and roll, stay safe, keep cutting. Cheers.